You are listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast. This is the place where content creators come to learn how to create profitable content that positions themselves as an authority and grows their online businesses. Get ready to take your content to a whole new level with your host, Kristen Poborski.
Okay, so this happened last week, and maybe this has happened to you too. I don't know. It's happened to me before. One of my one-on-one clients came to me in a bit of a panic. We had launched their course over 7 months ago, and guess what? She realized that they had completely forgotten to build their bonus content. We had it all mapped out, all ready to go, and yeah, the bonuses were promised. They were listed on the sales page. We knew what they were going to be about, but they never actually got created. And her question was, oh my God, what do we do now? Now, this is a kind of moment where most people would spiral. And they were in a bit of spiral when we had that conversation. Stress, delay, overthinking. But instead, we were able to solve it in less than 15 minutes. So here's the situation. They'd been mapped out months ago. They were written into the sales copy. Buyers had been expecting them, and actually they were asking for them. Otherwise, it would have never been brought to my attention. It's easy to overlook these things. I've done it too, but they'd never been created. And now they were excited, curious, the students, and they were wanting the value that they had been promised by these bonuses. That is a high pressure business moment, right? And here's the thing. My clients, yeah, they were stressed, but once I calmed them down, because I told them, I gotcha. Why? Because we already had set up a few things for them. Most course creators in this situation would have hit the brakes. I don't have time to script this. What if I forget something? Ugh, I don't even remember the bonuses we're supposed to include. So they delay, they overwork, or both. But my client had something that most of you don't have. A trained AI assistant, custom built with their course content, their brand voice, their teaching style, their audience details, and the actual structure of their offer. That's what made this next part that I'm going to walk you through possible. So all we did was grab the bonus descriptions directly from the sales page, just a few sentences each, and drop them into the trained agent. I was using Claude for this one, and the agent had been trained on everything. Their framework, delivery style, everything. And within minutes, as you're going to see when you will see me walk through behind the scenes of how I created it, in minutes, they had 3 fully fleshed out bonus content pieces. Detailed and specific, they weren't vague, aligned exactly to what was promised, and all in her voice. When we reviewed them, the client fact checks them, personalizes a few things, and then all I wanted them to do was record a video. That was it. And get this. When she looked at me after we created the first one, she said, oh my gosh, it's accurate. Not just fast, not just convenient, but it was accurate. And that's the difference when you're working with an AI assistant that's trained on you and what you do in your business. We're in the behind the scenes here of what made this entirely possible. To give you a little context, I am inside of Claude, and I had built a specific project for the client, trained it not just on their voice, but it has everything about the ideal client, all of the information about this program we were creating the bonuses for, her book, everything about her is already in there, and it had already been instructed on how we wanted to actually write the bonuses. I actually started out I just went to their sales page. And you can see I copied this right in here. And I said, help me write an outline for it. I copied and pasted this in here. And Claude was able to go back to all of the knowledge base that I gave it and wrote an outline very quickly for this first bonus, right? I looked that over and I thought, okay, this is really good. I said then, and I didn't even have a very complicated prompt. I said, I want the actual bonus written. Then it wrote the entire bonus. For all the words, it wrote a beautiful intro. And from everything that I gave it, it created this document. This was the first bonus that the client needed. All done. All we had to do then, once we had this, we copied and pasted in the document for them to walk away and start editing. But what blew me away was what they said when they saw this. They went, oh my gosh, and it's true. Because I used a project in Claude and I trained it and I did all this, there was a lot less chance of having it hallucinate because it had this perfect directions, the context. This is the power of having a trained AI assistant on your team, especially when it's trained in your voice and about your stuff. That was done in probably less than 5 minutes, okay? Bonus number 2, we did the same exact thing, only this time we had the confidence knowing that from number 1, the bonus number 1, that we could just take this content, pop it in, and have it write the actual bonus. And within a minute or 2, it came up with this second bonus piece of content, all written, ready to go, copied and pasted into a Google Doc for the client to actually edit and return so that I can actually put it into their program and have it done. We actually did number 3, same exact thing. All I had to do was paste it in there this time. It already knew from the first 2. I don't have to tell it what to do again. And it came up with number 3. All done probably less than 15 minutes. And this is something they had sat on for months and months. They were super excited to have this. All they needed to do was edit and create a short video introducing these things, quick couple comments about it, less than 5 minutes. And then those 3 bonuses for the course that their students have been asking were done and ready to go and set up in their course. You can see how powerful it is to have a assistant that's already all trained and everything to go. Because they get the client, they came to me, they were embarrassed. They felt, oh my God, I got this huge project. And I just said, hey, I got you. I can do this for you. And they were thrilled with the results. You see, what actually blew her away wasn't just the speed, it was the ease. I watched you build this, and it felt like magic. That's what they said. But the real magic isn't just that. We weren't just throwing stuff into ChatGPT and hoping for the best. We weren't starting from scratch. We had already trained this assistant to know her voice, to know her work, to know her people. That's why the drafts were really solid the first time. That's why she didn't have to really rewrite or reshape them. That's why we could move straight into recording the pieces that were going to accompany this right away. And here's the thing I want you to hear clearly from this. AI can assist you. AI can speed up things. AI can give you a head start, but it cannot replace your voice alignment or your regulation. Before she went to record those videos, I reminded her, take a moment, ground your energy, regulate it, and talk to them like you're speaking to one of the students who's been waiting. And that's when the content will land. It's not perfect, but it's present. AI helped us write the content. She is going to create the pieces that go with it that made it real. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Having a trained AI assistant, it changes the game in your business. It saves you hours. You don't have to recreate everything from scratch. And even the best AI, they still need you, your voice, your truth, your regulation. And when you pair a tool like Claude or ChatGPT with your own training and your energy and your alignment, that's when everything flows. Faster results, less stress, and content that sounds like you. Curious? What would you do if you had an AI agent trained on your content and your voice? Drop a DM or a comment, let me know. And if you want my guide to AI agents, just say agents in the comments or DM me and I'll shoot it right over to you.
You've been listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, where content creators go to learn how to take their content creation to the next level. If you love the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give us a review on iTunes. Until next time.